Hi, Kira. How you doing tonight? I am doing great. I am doing fine. Had a long day. Went to the gym once again. Typical routine. Same old. And I'm back here. And then we're going to have the weekend off and then be back on Monday. Same old. Bought some tickets to the opera. That's for sure. Other than that, nothing else. I did see that you submitted a payment. Thank you so much for that. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and let me know what your question is. So I'm going to start looking for a new job because like I was feeling this week, the communication with my supervisor and management is basically non-existent. Okay. So what is your question exactly? Of course they would do that. Of course your supervisor would do that. And I'm guessing nobody knew. Everyone was lost, not just yourself. All right. Okay. So you guys got there early, you and a new coworker as well. And they text you, okay. You never texted back till he comes to the room. Okay. So did you guys miss the meeting, or did they have it at a different conference room than where you guys were, or what? Okay, okay. All right. No, someone texted a coworker and told them where it was. Okay, perfect. I bet, girl. I bet that was pretty frustrating. You know, that's stuff you deal with, like working at, like, low-end jobs, where people are replaceable. You don't expect people who are professional to be acting so unprofessionally. I can only imagine. Okay. Anything else happened, or it was just this little portion that kind of just threw you off today? Or did something else happen? And they started making all these adjustments in salary, and they said, we don't have to clock in and out. Now, today, they requested access for me to clock in and out when I am traveling. Okay, okay. All right. So you weren't the only person who felt this way. Okay. Well, at least that's a good indicator. It shows that you're not the only one who feels like this is kind of a bit of a mess, you know? Um, then the energy and the vibe was just off. I was not feeling this place today at all. Okay. How long was this meeting? How long was this conference then? Okay. All day, 10 a.m. to 5. Goodness gracious. All right. All right. That sounds pretty boring. Lunch break at least? 1 hour at least? All right. So, High Priestess, anything else that kind of bummed you out today? Or was it just really that situation in the beginning before the conference? And specifically today? We're supposed to have an administrative day, so we usually would just work on our own. But I don't know, it just seems weird. Okay. Well, maybe it's just one of those places that are always hiring. You know what they say about those places, you know? My coworker was like, I think the turnover is really high. I don't know what to ask, but I wasn't expecting this to go like this. Okay. How about we start off with some advice cards? Or maybe we can start off with asking, should you start, would you find another job in 2025? Do you want to go ahead and ask that if you would find another job in 2025? We can ask that if you want. You let me know. What is the energy of this meeting today? Okay, so let's see. Who was the supervisor? What is the name of the supervisor that had this meeting? The person, I'm guessing the person that you were most frustrated with, the main organizer or supervisor. You're really trying to be really logical about this. it's almost like they have absolutely no clue that anybody here got frustrated or annoyed. It's almost like these people got like Asperger's or something. I'm asking if they kind of noticed that they were a little frustrating or annoying or they seemed unprofessional. And the cards are telling me no, that they were just totally, completely not oblivious about it. It seems like no one really expressed that. And the cards are really telling me right here that, yeah, just in general, they just feel like things aren't really cooperating within that company, business, organization, whatever it is. I feel like for how they feel about you specifically, they really get the feeling that you're gonna be one of those people that are not gonna stay. But then again, I mean, I do get the feeling with seeing these cards, the Lovers in reverse, Temperance, Six of Swords. I really get right here that that's just the feeling they get from everyone, that not many people tend to stick around or stay. And I do see that there's going to be more communication between these two specific people, Chris and Morgan, and yourself. So expect that, expect more communication. So things are going to get better in that department. Would you be satisfied with the communication? No, I don't think so. I do think you will end up leaving. I do think you will end up leaving. It makes me feel like when I'm in the community on my own, if something was to happen, I wouldn't feel comfortable even going to them because I wouldn't get clarity. What is your next question for me, Kira? How did the others feel who are all new? Basically, no one has been there for more than 3 months outside the supervisors. In general, it seems like they kind of just felt like, honestly, they kind of just took it as like, if there was like a lot of free time, if it seemed like so unorganized where there was just a lot of free time or whatever, they just kind of saw it as like kind of like a lazy day at work. That's kind of just how I saw it, or that how they see it. They kind of just took it as like, okay, well, lazy day at work. If things are just unorganized, well, I guess it's just a lazy day at work. I guess we're just gonna have to stick around, wait around until they get it all together. That's just kind of how I feel like the rest of the people really just took it. Nothing too serious. Yeah, I'm confirming. Yeah, they're really not taking anything too seriously right here. No. In general. He just played it off and laughed when he walked in like, you guys left us. But I was pissed because it was literally a 10-second walk. They could have come to get us or let us know or something. That makes me feel like when I'm in the community on my own, if something was to happen, I wouldn't feel comfortable even going to them because I wouldn't get clarity. It was hours where we were just sitting there. And then at 4, the supervisor, Chris, was like, we didn't get through everything today. I was like, but we sat here for hours. I'm so annoyed with these people. Yeah, so if you guys were just really sitting around, which is what I saw in the cards as well, the cards are really just telling me that just in general, the rest of your coworkers, they just saw it as like, oh, lazy day, just another free day at work, getting paid to do nothing, kind of deal. And they just saw it like that. They're like, well, your problem. I'm getting paid. That's just how I'm taking it and how they are taking it as well. What is your next question for me? How will next week go at work? It's no drama or anything like you said, but the communication is like there. It's like not there. Every time I ask questions about things, it's very short answers. Okay, so how is it going to be? Is there going to be drama next week? Yeah, in terms of the cooperation, I am still seeing drama. Do we see disorganization next week? Yes, we do. And I think that's what's going to ultimately mess with you next week. It is telling me that you're really trying to be patient. I wouldn't be surprised if you might even contemplate on trying to see if you can just talk to them about this, and seeing if you can find a solution, not just in the sense of like trying to get clarity, but also in the fact that you expect better. You expect a little bit more better organization here. And the cards are also telling me right here that I feel like, oh, I feel like you're going to go ahead and wait and see. I think you're going to try to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think you're going to try to see if things are going to change. And I do feel like things would change if you were to bring things up. I do think that things could change if you brought them up. The thing is that the cards are telling me you might have to bring it up to HR or someone above you guys. I don't think it's a thing where you can just directly tell your coworker, whatever, like, hey, can you just get it together? It might be a thing where you might have to bring it up to like HR, or you might have to bring it up to like somebody above you, all of y'all. But it is telling me here that, yeah, I do feel like you're going to try to talk about this, communicate about this. I do think you will see some changes. Will you see the changes next week? No, but the cards are also telling me right here that I also do see you kind of just having this need of like, I need to just focus on myself, recollect my thoughts, wanting to connect with spirituality, and wanting to like connect with a meditation practice to kind of keep myself sane at this job. It's kind of how I see it. I may go to HR about it, honestly. Yeah, that's what I'm really seeing. And I did ask the cards if that's something you should do, and the cards did say yes. And you might actually do it. I got the King of Wands. Yeah, because I feel like if you just go ahead and talk to them directly, that would not be a good idea. It'd be better to talk about it with HR. I've been preparing my resume since I got home this last hour. Okay. All right. HR guy is Cody. What would his reaction be? Alrighty. Well, he's going to be very mature about it. I do think he's going to try to take he can be a bit of an authoritarian. I feel like Cody can be a bit of authoritarian. I have King of Coins in reverse with the Emperor. So I kind of just see a thing where like it could be a thing where like, oh, you're wasting my time while you're on the clock. Well, I'm gonna waste your time. Like, it could be something like that. Like, I just see that he could be pretty petty. I see that he could be a bit of an authoritarian figure, even at work. So don't be surprised if he kind of is just like, I'll take care of it. But you get kind of like almost like an authoritarian, toxic, chauvinistic feel with that. Just sprinkled a little bit around that, like I'm not saying he would say anything like chauvinistic or anything, or derogatory or anything like that, or demeaning or degrading. I think he would just kind of give it a sense of like, I do think he's going to take action because I know he does know that he needs to, especially with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Hangman in reverse. I do think he will believe that he has to take matters into his own hands, which he will do. But it's almost like he feels like he's owed something now. Not by you specifically, but by these people who I think he's going to consider it as like wasting his time, wasting, the company's time. People not working, right, and just wasting time. Like I see him feeling like petty over that, like, oh, you're wasting my time. Okay, while you're on the clock, okay, we will do something about that. That was the feeling that I got. Okay. Any other questions for me, Kira? I think we completed your 4 questions, but of course, if you have more questions, you can ask more. You let me know. Thank you so much for your payment, Kara. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and submit your next question. All right, so let's go ahead and see if you will find a job there anytime for the remainder of 2025. Let's see if you'll find a job in San Antonio, Texas. All right, so the Hanged Man flew out, and then the cards that we got for you were the Hermit, Eight of Cups in reverse, Four of Cups, the Sun, the Empress, and also the Knight of Cups. I do think so. I do think so. The only thing is that I think you're going to end up returning. If you go to San Antonio, Texas, I think it's going to be a temporary thing. You might even return to Pennsylvania. All right, so we have one card that flew out, Nine of Wands. In the bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Swords in reverse, and then we have Strength. Nine of Wands in reverse, Five of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Three of Swords in reverse, and Seven of Cups. I do think so. I do think so. As a matter of fact, I do see options. Will you get hired from any of these jobs? Will you be hired by another job before the end of April? No, but I do think you'll find a few jobs, since that is your question. Will you be hired by another job by the end of April? No. Would you be doing interviews for other jobs anytime between now and the end of April? Yes. And yes, the cards are still telling me, yeah, I do see you getting hired, but I just don't see it happening anytime between now through the end of April. Okay? And what is your next question for me? All right, let's see. How did Josh feel? You don't happen to know his zodiac sign, right? I wouldn't think so. I do think he was definitely annoyed. I feel like he was annoyed because I think he took it in a way where he took it almost like disrespectful. Like that's the way I took it. Like, or that's the way he's taking it. Sorry. Almost like he saw it as like a disrespectful thing. Almost like, oh, you didn't, give me the memo where everyone else you did. Like, that's pretty disrespectful. That's kind of how I see him taking it. He just saw it as like disrespectful, like he wasn't getting the same treatment like everyone else, or the same consideration like everyone else, or at least that's the feeling that he was getting. I think he might even leave. He might even leave in 2025. Don't be surprised about that. And I don't even see him complaining or making a complaint or trying to do something about it. I just see that I think he's gonna like look at other options, look at other jobs, and then boop, he's gonna be gone once he finds something else. He doesn't like this job, he really doesn't. Um, in general, what he thinks about it, it really makes him lose his mind. It really does make him lose his patience right here. Um, but yeah, I think you're gonna notice that he's gonna also put less effort. You're gonna notice that he's also gonna not be as efficient as he would normally be. And it's because it's gonna get to a point where he's just not gonna take this job seriously because he knows he's gonna go. So um I wouldn't just think if whenever you see him being less efficient, just know why. There was an email, but it was only sent to certain people. Interesting. I can tell I shadowed him recently. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I see that he's not taking this job seriously, like, and you're gonna notice him being less efficient in the future, which I think you're seeing that already. So, any other questions for me, Kira? All right, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and send your donation and your question. All right, so we have right here one card that flew out, which was the Five of Coins in reverse. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. And then for your spread, we have Ace of Swords in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Judgment in reverse, Ten of Wands, and Four of Swords in reverse. So to answer your question, will you get that trademark in 2025? I don't think so. Could be a money issue. I do think it's going to be a money issue, but I do think you're going to work on that. I think you're going to save. I think you're going to work on that. I just don't think you're going to be able to accomplish that in 2025. And what is your next question for me, Kira? I have a unique name and it's based off my name. No one has this name, LOL. This is also why I wanted to line of credit, of course. Of course, you got to take advantage when it's an original idea. You will do it. I do think you will do it. Just, I think it's going to be a tough situation for 2025. I see a money issue. General messages for you. All right, well, how about we pull some oracle cards for that? How about that? Let's go ahead and use the Sea Melodies by Jessica Lee. Okay, so we have right here, voyage, set sail on a new course. I kind of took this as focusing on your business. I would focus on a business, and also as far as your job, yes, find something else that suits you better. For some reason, I think this also reminded me of something I've told you before in the past, that you can make a living with your business. You just have to jump that hoop. You just have to trust yourself. All right. Self-care. Drowning doesn't always require water, so make sure that you don't forget about yourself. Make sure you exercise every day, eat your healthy foods, and take care of your routine and take care of you first. Next card, protection. Keep some aquamarine close. Mermaid's teeth have been known to create these precious gems. You can get an aquamarine, but there are many different stones that you can use for protection. Onyx, tourmaline, you name it. But point is, try to keep a stone around you, specifically a stone where it can help you with keeping yourself protected, keeping your energy protected, okay? You might want to stay protected around this time to protect your mental health, to protect your emotional health. Then we have safety. Don't be too proud to go back to shore, okay? So with the safety card, this is telling me right here, it's all right to revisit things. It's all right to get to the nitty-gritty with certain things, or get to the bottom of things during this time. And then one more, ambition. Set your sights beyond the horizon. You are the limit. I think you can make a living with your business. You just need to trust yourself. Talk to your ancestors. Okay? I don't know what we're waiting for.
Any other questions for me, Kira? Anything else I can help you with tonight?
Of course, it's totally understandable. What is your next question for me, Kira? Like putting your home address as your physical business address? Is that what you're asking? Okay, so you basically want to know that if you were to call TikTok or try to, get a hold of somebody on TikTok, um, would things go in your favor, basically, and have things taken care of, right? Is that what you're asking? Okay. So you basically want to know if they will accept your home address, or if you could convince them over the PO box address. Is that what you're asking? All right, so one card flew out, and that was Judgment. The card in the bottom of the deck is Four of Coins in reverse. And then for your spread, we have King of Swords in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, Five of Wands, the Chariot, and 10 of Wands in reverse. So, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to get approved that way. Any other questions for me, High Priestess? Sorry about that. Probably. I don't know how TikTok works, unfortunately. I mean, it's a great place to sell, that is for sure. I mean, you can't beat it. I would try to figure it out as well. But believe me, that's how having a business is. It's like the moment you feel like you've hit a dead end, it's like trying to like an ant, just trying to dig another route and figure out another path, and that's just how it is, when you're an entrepreneur. Welcome to the club. Any other questions for me? Oh my goodness. Of course. This whole Mars retrograde. You're welcome. Thank you so much, High Priestess. Don't forget to like the live stream. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I know it is Friday. People are going to be out. Nevertheless, take care, blessed be, namaste. Thank you so much for everyone who came in, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.